Shalom, my Hebrews and Shebrews, oilfield disciple. Beautiful morning, 6:33 this Friday. Um, this video, I'm going to address a comment that was very respectfully and tactfully made on my last video about salvation from uh, Southern Shofar, about my position in salvation being Calvinistic or Calvinist in nature. So that's what I want to address on here. Thank you. It's encouraging, Southern Shofar, that you took time to make the comment. Thank you. Uh, and so, as we're cruising here, I'm going to point you forward, and we're going to discuss it. I pray this message will bless you, encourage you, and frustrate you. Make more comments. We can discuss Yahweh more. I can do this all day long. But y'all kind of see, kind of missed the early beauty of this sunrise. But anyway, lest I digress. It is kind of encouraging as I see more and more comments on more and more of my videos. I've had this channel up for almost a year now, and the first 6 months were pretty brutal. It's like I don't even think YouTube's letting them go out, anybody see them. Uh, and then got a few little bit of traction there. And Brother John Ishii, man, you are really encouraging. Thank you. Whether you agree with me on everything or not, that's fine. I don't expect you to. Although I think we see eye to eye quite a bit. Uh, just encouraging that you make your comments. So, before I get into a 20-minute deal here, I'm not a Calvinist. I'm not an Arminianist. I'm not a Baptist. I'm not a Catholic. I'm a disciple of our Lord Jesus Messiah. I seek the scriptures daily. I seek a lot of scriptures daily, seeking truth. Now, in that, over the past 6 years, 5 years, I read through the Bible entirely 6 times. In that, I'm going to have some positions that is going to look Calvinist in nature, Arminianist in nature sometimes, maybe Baptist in nature, and even great once in a while it may even look Catholic in nature. Because here's the deal, and this is what I want to get across. We have got to get rid of this the stigma of having denominational beliefs and trust, man-made traditions and trust, and simply stick to what's the word say. Because when I hold my position and claim to be a certain denomination, at some point I'm going to come across a subject that I'm going to have to compromise God's truth and what the word actually says in order to validate and hold up my denominational beliefs. It's inevitable. Um, Now, if you're fine with that, then by all means, call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. I'm going to continue to be a disciple of Yeshua. I'd even get more simpler than that. Lover of Yahweh. I throw this at anyone who will listen to simply inspire them to go love God. I don't look for yes men. I don't even want yes men. It's nice when people agree with me at times. But I understand Scripture well enough to know that if everybody's agreeing with me all the time, I'm probably saying something wrong. But I'm also not stupid enough to believe that if everybody's disagreeing with me, that I must be right. Neither. So, with that said, let's look at it. Let's look at some things. The Calvinist point of view, and if I would have to say probably out of all the denominations, I probably would look more Calvinist or Messianic than any of the rest of them, for the simple fact that that denomination elevates God to supreme and sovereign being over man and his free will, where Baptist, Arminianism, um, well, Baptist kind of falls under Arminianism. Calvinist and Arminianism, and probably is, if you look at it, is like the two classifications, and then there's different denominations that fall under each of the two, but not limited to Calvinism and Arminianism. Um, and I don't want to get into all that because it'll take me 45 minutes to explain it. Go look it up. Go see what Calvinists and Arminians and all that believe. I would probably look more Calvinist than anything, for the simple fact because I believe we should elevate God to supreme sovereign being. And I believe I should reduce my own personal feelings, beliefs, thoughts, preferences, um, pride, just me. I should reduce me and elevate God on it every day, more and more, each day. More God, less me. I mean, that's what the scriptures say. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I probably do come off sounding Calvinistic at times. Also come off sounding very legalistic at times. That's why I have to reiterate Ephesians 2 and 8. That I'm a full believer in that. You got to get me a number real quick, and I'll get back to you. But check it out, y'all. I got some pretty thick feelings, if I even carry them with me that day. Most time I leave them at the house. I like it when I'm challenged with tough questions. I like it when I'm challenged with disagreement. I like it when I'm agreed with. I didn't make this channel so I could hear myself talk daily. Now, it does help keep my thoughts clear, but I made this channel so I could spit out truths and inspire others to love God, to love Yahweh the way I am learning to love Yahweh. And I'm a far cry from loving Him the way He requires me to love Him. That is where I depend on His grace and His grace alone. Doesn't mean I'm not going to keep striving to achieve what He requires, His standard, to love Him. Doesn't mean I'm not going to go and inspire videos to inspire you to supersede my love for Yahweh, that you have that perfect love relation. If you can get there faster than me, by all means, sweet. That's why I'm not about titles. That's not why I'm not about denominations. That's why I'm not about traditions, classifications. Uh, it's the truth. The last 6 years of my life has been quite interesting. When I told my wife that if you really want me to go back to church, I suggest you sit down, buckle up, and be quiet because we're fixing to go for the ride of our lives. I'm not half-stepping it. I'm not playing games. We're going to do it all the way or we're not going to do it at all. I'm going to stay where I'm at because I'm comfortable there. And I was comfortable working hard every day and drinking beer every afternoon. That was where I was comfortable at, making lots of money doing it. But I knew when I submitted to Yahweh, oh, things were fixing to get changed. Things were fixing to be different. My wife said, sure, let's do it. A year later, she was going, whoa, are you sure we have to go this hard? Oh, yeah, baby. We going this hard. I'm even more determined now, to the point where now it's like she's got her foot in my backside going, come on, let's go harder. That's how Yahweh's works for you. That's how Yahweh's grace, that's how Yahweh's love encompasses you. I'd rather sit and talk about Yahweh all day as eat a burger, eat a T-bone. And then there's days that I really just don't want to open my Bible. So, you feel me? But those days are very few. Very few. Especially if somebody has a question for me, a legitimate question. And what I consider legitimate is if it means something to you, I'm going to take time for it to mean something to me to answer it to the best of my ability. Which is where we are this beautiful morning, talking about a simple comment of where my position is at. Hopefully inspiring more conversations. It's kind of how the human persona was designed to operate. One person says something, the next person responds. Hopefully intelligently, sometimes not. So far on my channel, everything's been very intelligently uh, produced. Um, as far as the listeners go in their comments, very respectful. I don't know, I'm one of those guys that sometimes I'll just throw something out at you to see how you respond to it. Not in a way that I would deceive you. I'm never going to speak wickedly or deceitfully on purpose to see your response. But I'm liable to come off with some in-depth, off-the-wall, something you never thought about before, and speak on it just to see what responses I get. The only reason I made the one about salvation was because on the Facebook page that I was looking at, regardless of denomination or classification, everybody went back to their very root that salvation was contingent on them in some way, shape, fashion, or form. And I'm saying it's not. According to Scripture, it's not. It's not contingent on me. It's not contingent on my answers. It's not contingent on my obedience. It's not contingent on me at all. If it was, then we need to get rid of Ephesians 2 and 8, or at least part of Ephesians 2 and 8. For you are saved by your own faith through your works. Go boast like hell. No. There's a reason why Paul said what he said there. It cracks me up because whenever I tell people, I kind of follow the Torah and the feast days and Levitical dietary laws and to the best of my ability. Oh, you're a works-based theologist. You're wicked. Don't you know that you're saved by grace? Yeah, sure do. By faith. Faith is an action. But the minute I say that your salvation rests solely on Yahweh's decision of whether you're saved or not, regardless of who you are, what your works are, uh, go the other way.